Hi, I'm Rebecca with K4 Connect. Welcome to part 1 of our 5-part series on how to write an integration with FusionOS. Today, we're going to introduce the components of an integration. We created FusionOS to connect APIs, data, devices, and systems together. At K4 Connect, we use this technology to make running a community less time-consuming for staff so that they can focus on caring for our members. But the beauty of FusionOS is that it can be used to connect any APIs and services together. Now let's take a look at the components of an integration. Integrations are made up of 3 main components: an implementation file, the source code, and dependencies. The implementation file is a JSON file that contains all the meta information that FusionOS needs to deploy the integration. We'll cover how to write your implementation file in a later video, or you can access the article in the links section below. The majority of the developer's work to build an integration is done in the source code. This includes receiving events from or processing events back to your API. This can be initiated by responding to a timed event or webhook events and publishing FusionOS events. An integration is based on Lambda functions and the FusionOS SDK. The SDK contains a number of helpful tools for developing an integration. In the SDK, you'll find methods to call Fusion backend services such as data store, configuration, and credential keychain. FusionOS also gives you access to pre-built Camel components for many popular platforms and protocols, such as HTTP, AWS, Azure, Google, Salesforce, and more. You'll also find parsers for common data formats, such as CSV, HL7, RSS, iCal, and zip files. And you'll have the ability to drop into code for more complex work. Please note that while Camel is natively written in Java, the Fusion SDK allows it to be called from any of the supported runtimes. These include Java, Python, Node, Go, Ruby, and .NET C#. Each of the supported runtimes allow the developer to specify libraries and dependencies they may need for their integration. Each runtime uses its native package manager, such as NPM for JavaScript and Maven for Java. The Fusion CLI tool will bundle these dependencies when uploading an integration to the Fusion Cloud. Thanks for joining us for part 1 of our series on writing an integration with FusionOS. Next up, part 2, the implementation file.